So I just want to talk to you a little bit about drunk skill and the guild drinks too much. I've spoken about drinks too much a little bit in a prior video, but honestly, drinks too much was one of the most important guilds of my life as a World of Warcraft player, and I've been playing World of Warcraft most of my life. I swore I'd never go back, and I intend to keep that promise, though I still dream about World of Warcraft to this day. I want to talk to you a little bit about a few people in drinks too much that I kept in close contact with until I quit WoW. And if I went back, I'm sure I could talk to them again some more. Like they're still on my friends list on BattleNet. I just never log on. So anyway, let's go back to drinks too much a bit. I was a lonely 16-year-old, and some drunk dude led an Undercity raid to kill Sylvanas. We killed Sylvanas, and a week later, I'm in a raiding guild that at the time was competing for one of the top guilds on the server. I've told some stories about this guild in the past, and if you want, you can watch those. I might even link them in the description below. But I I love and I miss World of Warcraft, but I swear I won't go back. So in this guild, we had Drunk Skill, and we had Spruikit. Now, Drunk Skill and I, during World of Warcraft Legion, that's when I kind of came back to play WoW. I quit for Cataclysm and Draenor, but I came back for Legion, and I ran into Drunk Skill again, and one night, I don't remember this, I was blackout drunk. I was drinking and smoking cigarettes all night, but apparently, Drunk Skill and I was on my Hunter, and he was on a Paladin, and he was playing Rhett and I was playing I want to say Marksman Hunter, but I'm not sure. And we did arenas all night. I don't remember this at all. I don't remember a single moment of it. But apparently we did arenas all night long. And I woke up the next morning and I logged on to World of Warcraft. I had this achievement and I had this fucking mount from grinding arenas. And I was like, I don't remember doing this at all. And it wasn't like a super rare mount, but it was also kind of rare, whereas like I don't see many people. It's like the Death Range Charger or something like that. I'm not really sure. I haven't played WoW in years, but I remember like Drunk Skill and I just fucking went all out one night, and I ended up with an achievement. So it wasn't an achievement you got like while you were doing it. It was like I played arenas all night, went to bed, woke up the next morning, and I earned an achievement. And I don't remember doing it at all. Like I was so drunk. I mean I have like after he explained it to me, I had vague fragmentations of memories of the night. Like I remember we were on like I want to say we were on Vent, but this was like Legion time, so that was the era of Discord. And I don't ever use Discord, and I've been very hesitant to use Discord. So I don't know. But what I love about the guild Drinks Too Much is they evolved with me throughout my whole life. So I remember some of these people as a children, like Drunk Skill. Drunk Skill was the whole reason I became the best Holy Paladin on the server I was playing on, you know? Drunk Skill is why a lot of people consider me the best Paladin on the server still. I owe all of my respect to him. I don't know what happened to him, but again, if I logged into WoW, I'm sure I could find out. So, that was just a weird time for me because like these people that played that helped me through WoW as a child, I was now helping them out as an adult. So it was just really interesting. So that gets into Sprookit. Sprookit was another guy. Sprookit was an officer of Drinks Too Much. He loved me. I loved him. We were pretty good friends in WoW. Um, and when I was a child, Sprookit would just talk about all these drunk memories he had and just talk about how great getting drunk is all the time. And he'd just like talk about going to parties and having a lot of fun at parties and just like all this stuff as a child that made me think, man, I wish I could go get drunk right now. And in fact, one time my grandparents came over to visit while I was in Drinks Too Much. And my grandparents drink every night. They have a glass of wine or three. And they left this bottle of not a bottle, a carton of box wine in the fridge, and for some reason my mom, my sister, and my grandparents left for a meal, and I decided that I was going to get drunk off box wine. So I had this little plastic cup, and I'd fill it up and I'd chug it and I'd chug it, and I drank way too much box wine, and I started vomiting like within like 2 hours, and I was like spinning, and oh, it was just me not understanding the effects of alcohol and wanting to get as drunk as possible in as little time as I could. All from stories that Spruket had made me want to drink this hard, because I hear stories of him drinking super hard, and I thought, man, I'm gonna do it. But anyway, so World War Classic comes out, right? It's about 2019, and I reconnect with Spruket, I reconnect with Drunkskill, I reconnect with Rob, I reconnect with a few people from Drinks Too Much that remember and love and respect me, and some of which I'm still friends with to this day. Um, and I'm surprised now because I'm at this point in time, I was in my late 20s. I had no children, and I drank pretty much every night. And that was pretty much how they were when I was a 16-year-old playing on the Naxxramas raids in Drinks Too Much back in Wrath of the Lich King. So Spruket now has like children and cousins and all of this that are playing the game, and he loves me, so he's talking to me about I talk to him a lot, so he's talking to me with all his friends a lot and all of his family. So one night Spruket's not on, but his son is, and he has something. I need something from Spruket, so I'm talking to his son about where Spruket is. But it evolves into this really long conversation where I start telling Spruket's child about how much of a mistake it is to be an alcoholic and to drink every day and to just like do drugs and just party all the time. I start talking to him like really in depth while I'm trashed out of my mind. Like I had had a couple of drinks tonight. I was probably drinking 40s if I recall correctly. I had two 40s and I had been smoking spliffs all night. And I was talking to his child and I was like, listen, don't be like me. Getting drunk is a horrible decision, and some of my most regrettable choices in life came from heavy drinking. And I talked to him for a really, really long time about why drinking is not good for you. Um, and then I go to sleep and I forget this all happens. So I wake up and I start playing World of Warcraft the next morning, and Spruket starts messaging me, and Spruket is like very warm with me, and he's very thankful to me, and he's just like, you know what? I want to thank you for talking to my child about the dangers of drinking. You did me a solid as a parent. Like he is talking about never drinking in his life because of you. And it is just so wild to me because Spruket incredibly influenced my decisions to drink as a child. And come 10 years later, and I'm convincing his children that drinking is not the right approach.